is what he telling me coming from a place of genuine care and interest? And that will really tell you if a man is just trying to have sex with you. So this one for the ladies. For the ladies! This one is how to know he just wants sex. So this is something a lot of women struggle with. I know they struggle with it. You don't have to pretend. I got a lot of female friends and I'd be observant, and I see this comes up a lot. A man who just wants sex is gonna be a yes man. This man is gonna be extremely agreeable. He gonna go, you could do almost anything. He gonna go along with it. He gonna let you do whatever you want, say whatever you want, act all type of ways, because he's got a one-track mind. He's got a one-tracked mind. He's just trying to get to his end goal. So he thinks by pleasing you, in the sense of agreeing to all your BS or whatever type of things that you're saying, even if he don't agree with it, he's gonna go along with it because he's just trying to get that box, right? So a lot of women will fall into this problem where the guy seems to be, I'll say perfect, because he just goes along with everything you say. And women, I can't stress this enough, you don't want this. This is counterintuitive, but you want pushback. You see, because a man who cares about you, a man who's interested in you for more than a physical aspect or more than a sexual relationship, will want to see you at your best, will want you to improve as a woman, will want you to better yourself and attain your highest level possible, right? So a man who really cares about you, if he sees you slipping on some things or doing some things that is not ideal, that will put you down a path that maybe won't be an ideal one and will set you up for some suffering in the future, he may try to check you on that and be like, yo, like, I don't think you should be doing this, or advise you against doing certain things. Now, don't misinterpret this for controlling men, because there are controlling men who just want to call shots and they trying to play alpha. They just trying to control you because they have some sort of complex in their head and they want to control women in general. Now, you women, you guys are very socially intelligent to a genius level. Women are lapping men on the social intelligence and the emotional intelligence. So you should be able to tell the difference between a man who is controlling and a man who genuinely is steering you in the right direction. A leader is not controlling. A leader leads, right? Controlling is a different thing. It comes from a different place, right? And there are other signs, obviously. I don't have to explain this to women. Y'all know when a man is controlling, right? So don't ignore the signs. I know it's very hard. You could fall for a man, and especially if you guys have been intimate already, it's very easy to fall for him, and women can fall into some very sketchy relationships just from falling in love and getting their feels and all that, blinding them from the reality. But try your best to take a step back and really assess the situation and say, like, yo, is this guy controlling, or does he actually want to see me grow? These are not the same thing, right? I'm gonna have to move this as it's tripping me out here. So this is not the same thing, right? A man who's controlling, it's coming from a place of ego, it's coming from a place of insecurity, right? Because you'll see a lot of women misinterpreting a man who's genuinely trying to steer them in the right direction as a man who's insecure. And again, that may be the case with a lot of men, depending on what they're telling you, depending on how they're telling you what they're telling you as well. So this is really where you gotta dial into your social intelligence. You gotta dial into that psychological intelligence that women have innately, where you should be able to look at a man and know, is he a controlling man, or is what he telling me coming from a place of genuine care and interest? And that will really tell you if a man is just trying to have sex with you or if he's not, right? Because a yes man, again, a yes man won't tell you anything. He'll just let you go on with whatever, even if he doesn't agree with it, he'll let you go on with it as long as he thinks that he could get you into bed, right? And I mean, you may disagree, but this is just what I've observed. And of course, I'm a man, so I could tell you from my perspective, this is how men behave. Because I got friends that they'll be dating a girl and they won't even talk to her about certain things because they're just interested in one thing and one thing only, right? And if you're just interested in a pump and dump, there's no way you're gonna check a chick. You're not gonna check her because why would you care if she improves as a person if you don't see a future with her? If you think it's gonna be the next man's problem, why would you invest in a woman who you don't see a future with? Why would you try to steer a woman into a better lifestyle if you don't see a future with her? You're like, yo, what do I care, right? What is it to do with me? So that's how men see it. That's from a man's perspective, right? So from the woman's perspective, you guys should recognize this and you should see a man that if he's all over you, but and you could test him, like women, I know y'all be shooting out some tests. So this is a test that you could do to men is just do something obscene, do something, within reason. Don't get yourself attacked or anything because some of these men are crazy, but do something that should not be accepted by the man that you're considering, right? And see how he reacts. If he lets it slide, you know that he's not trying to correct you. I mean, a lot of men too are shy and they're a little soft, and that's another aspect. You got to decide, is that the type of man you want? You want a man that's not going to speak up? Then that's a different story. He may not necessarily just be interested in sex, but he may be just a softie. So that's something else you need to. So there are a lot of factors that you have to take into consideration, but for the most part, if a guy is very confident and he's not shy and he speaks his mind and you see that in other aspects of his life, but with you, he's keeping his mouth shut, beware. So women, be safe out there. A lot of goons out here trying to get that box. So I'm giving you them tips. I'm putting the men on game. I'm gonna put you on game too. So women, don't be giving these men, don't be giving it up to these men. Do yourselves a favor. Come on now. Come now.